All right, this will be a quick video on blueprints in the mind. Okay, as we venture into self to self, which is chapter 2 of True Master, we get into the concepts of blueprints within the mind. Okay, we use language like structure, balance points, anti-balance points, etc. This makes it possible to log more abstract concepts. This may sound a little different than what people are used to seeing, but when we view things in the world, or the world of created things, it encompasses mental blueprints. So what I mean when I say this is if you see anything out there in the world that somebody had to conceptualize, a car, a bus, a house, a chair, a socket wrench, any old thing like that, it had to be an idea in somebody's head first, and then they galvanized some kind of resources to put it together on a physical level. So in essence, if you're looking at an idea that they manifest, you're living inside their mind in a way. So like I said, physical buildings, automobiles, things like that, planes and everything like that, they all come from mental blueprints. In Self to Others, we deal with the creative power of the square. This imaginary measurement of the square is how we arrive at things like trigonometry, algebra, calculus, etc. Okay, and just a side note, a lot of this stuff that I'm going to be telling you, we're just redefining things that we already see. I'm not going to give you any secret pill to take. It ain't no magical secret word that I'm finna give you or nothing like that. It's nothing. It's things that are in front of your face, but you just think about them in a different light. So that's what that's one of the things that True Masters is about. So this isn't any mystical teaching that I just conjured up in my head or anything like that. I'm not anybody's guru. I'm just a brother that wrote a book. So in Self to Others, like I said, we deal with the creative power of the square. For our purposes in this work, we use broader concepts, so we don't have to do the tedious mathematical calculations. Okay, through terms like structures and balance points, we can measure the transformation of energy in the form of matter through its various phases. Okay, we never shrink from the position that matter is energy. However, there are relatively less concrete forms of energy like electricity. Since energy merely transforms but it isn't destroyed, we want to be able to deal with matter in its concrete aspect, as well as to leave some space and time and room for it to actually change, as we know energy does. In True Master Volume 1, we compared the 4 causes mentioned in Aristotle's Metaphysics to the 9 dimensions of True Master. And the reason I know a lot of people wonder why I even referenced Aristotle, I do that for the sake of celebrity sign-offs, because I know a lot of people, you know, just like how we use the language in this book, I'm not a strong enough, my word isn't a strong enough symbol for some people to accept some of this. So maybe the symbol of a Greek philosopher, Aristotle, will be strong enough for somebody to be like, okay, well, wow, this guy didn't make this up off the top of his head. So this ties into the formal cause that Aristotle mentions. Okay, the blueprint or perfect conceptualization. So if you actually look that up, that's something you can actually look up, Aristotle Metaphysics and the formal cause. But that's what we mean when we talk about blueprints in the mind, and that's the significance of what we've been talking about this whole time, structures and balance points. Energy cannot be created or destroyed as we know it. It just changes form. Well, if we know matter to be energy, then what does that look like? How can we, you know, put that in a perspective where we can use that in our day-to-day living and day-to-day interactions? And that's why we use terms like structure, because the structure can be broken down into various balance points. The life cycle and the interaction of these balance points tie into the transformation, decomposition, or whatever the case may be of that piece of energy or matter, so-called. So that's just a quick video on blueprints in the mind. Hope y'all enjoy it.